Thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. Hang murderers. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout le monde haïtien, como ye. God save the Queen.
Broadcasting live from ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the Catholic Church Christian community. My spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is here. Bradley Roll is a biblical scholar and my Christian brother.
And a member of the Harvey Park Church of Christ. You must remember that, Mr. Monker.
I thank you. Bradley, welcome to Freedom
Thank you, Mr.
March.
Monker. It's always a pleasure.
Today, I shall show you that slavery exists in the Bahamas. It's been abolished from about 1834. But here in the Bahamas, there are some Negroes who have citizenship. And they are modern slaves. They're being exploited. They're working as if it's slavery. And slavery is against the law. I'm going to produce a Negro who, if he tells you the story that he told me, you will be shocked to see that his deliverer, his political deliverer, has converted him into a Negro slave. I'm going to prove that to you today. Also, tomorrow, we will march. Thousands of Bahamians are expected to assemble at Windsor Park. Windsor Park. The police want us to be there by 4 p.m. so we could march and rally and motorcade and sally. So we're going to talk about that. And then I'm going to tell you a sin, a political sin of Mrs. Janet Boswick. I'm going to show you how Janet had a choice. And I'm going to show you who she chose. And I'm going to show you that although the F&M offer us deliverance, we have not had a deliverer since Hubert Alexander Ingram. Lord, we ask for a deliverer. And the next thing we know, all kind of nonsense is taking place. So, let me write down what Janet Boswick has done. And you're going to find it funny. But for me, it is serious. So we're going to look at the political sin of Janet Boswick. All kind of things are happening in the country. There are many people who think that I should be more critical of the opposition. But there's no sweetness in criticizing an opposition that the people kick and voted out. So there's no sweetness. But praise the Lord, there is sweetness in exposing my party. Lord Jesus, Her Majesty, Queen Victoria, abolished slavery. But my Lord, Negroes has put us back in slavery. But today, The chains of slavery shall be broken in Jesus' name. I'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. My special guest today is Sean Clark. Sean is 43 years old and he lives in a Negro constituency, Nassau Village. Sean, look at camera 3. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good day, Mr. Mongo.
And of course, my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is here. Praise the Lord. Bradley is here. Welcome again.
Thank you, Mr. Monker.
Sean, you live in Nassau Village, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And you are a supporter of the governing Free National Movement.
Yes, sir. I am a supporter.
And in the last election, did you vote for the governing party?
Yes, I did.
Who is your member of parliament?
The Honorable Secretary, Mr. Allison Moultrie.
Halston Moultrie is your member of parliament.
Yes, sir.
If you were to see Halston Moultrie, would you recognize him?
Today,
Yes.
not in my opinion, no.
Why would you not be able to recognize him?
Because he's a different person.
Explain to the nation so that all the FNMs will know.
He is not the same person who came to my door asking for a vote.
Explain what you mean by that.
We don't see him anymore.
You mean to tell me a big black man like him you don't see no more?
He ducks and dodges.
You say that the Honorable Speaker and the Member of Parliament for Nassau Village is a changed man and he ducks and dodges?
Yes, sir.
Give us an example of what you mean.
Just say, for instance, if he come into the office, to the headquarters, he will tell his driver, drive around the block or go somewhere else and meet him back at the office.
Why is he doing that?
Because he don't want to interact with members of the community who are asking and demanding that he do something in our community.
Wow, what have you all been demanding?
Lately, I was demanding that our roads be fixed. It's terrible right now at the moment.
In the Nassau Village constituency?
Yes, they are dig right up. The roads, the holes are dig up.
Speak, sir.
And I told them about the roads. I never saw, I saw someone today.
Yes.
Today, in the rain, the water was flooded, trying to patch the hole in the road. Because last night, I told Mr. Moultrie, you better fix the road in Nassau Village because I'm going on social media.
You told him this?
I told him that.
And what did the Honorable Speaker had to say?
Didn't say nothing.
He
He
said
looked at
nothing?
me like I'm crazy.
Now, has he provided any jobs in the constituency?
As of yet, I see business owners are getting the jobs in the community.
Explain what do you mean when you say that the business owners are getting the job?
People who own business, not the fellas on the blocks,
No.
not the single mothers, not people who need this help.
My God, are you saying that the Speaker, Mr. Halston Moultrie, is not giving single mothers job, nor the brothers on the block?
No, sir,
But-
it's not.
But aren't you being unfair to him because he gave you 2 weeks' work?
He did not give me 2 weeks' work.
Please
But
explain.
what Mr. Moultrie did to me, I feel like he treated me like a slave.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Now, hold on for a second and don't forget your thoughts. Moultrie is a Negro man. He's not a white man. And you are Negro. Are you saying to me that your Negro MP treated you, a Negro man, like a slave?
Yes, sir.
Please explain to the public.
It was Hurricane. No, we all know Hurricane Irma came around.
Right.
They had garbage, debris all around the headquarters.
Yes.
Someone moved from the apartment, apparently from upstairs.
Right.
All the garbage they threw downstairs.
Yes.
So you didn't want no debris to damage anyone or anything. The hurricane came.
You mean that Halston Moultrie, the Honorable Speaker, didn't want the debris to damage anything. So what did he ask you to do?
Asked me to clean up the area.
And did you do that?
Yes, I did.
How long did it take you to clean up that area?
It took me probably a day and a half.
Okay. And yes.
And after I clean up that, every 2 days, I was maintaining in the front of the headquarters, cleaning up the front of the headquarters and the side of the headquarters, beating up and everything.
Okay. And how long would you think that period of time took place before he paid you?
2 weeks after that,
Right.
he saw me by a breakfast lady.
Right.
Said, Sean, come by the headquarters.
And did you go to the headquarters, Sean?
Yes, I went. I thinking this man calling me to do something for me, to
Okay.
pay me for the works I have done.
Okay. How many days you think in total you have worked?
To be honest, it was like 8 days.
8 days.
Yes, sir.
And then when you show up to the headquarters, this is, you mean the F&M Nassau Village headquarters?
Yes, sir.
What did you find him there?
Yes, sir.
And what happened when you got there?
The man gave me $40.
You mean to tell me, multi-millionaire, the Honorable Halston Moultrie, the Speaker of the Honorable House of Assembly and the MP for your constituency, only paid you $40?
$40
Now-
for around the headquarters and 20 for by the park. That's what he told me.
So, and only 40? Or that's
60 all together.
all together?
Because I didn't mention it to you. There was some work to Sampson Street by the park.
Yes.
He assigned me to do also.
You did the work.
I did the work.
And in total, he paid you $60.
$60.
$60.
60.
60.
Three $20 bills.
Three $20 bills.
Yes, sir.
Now, you sure it was Halston Moultrie?
Yes, sir. The
You
same man.
sure it was the same man who you voted for?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm a justice of the peace. Don't lie to me. I know it's your business. You really voted for him?
Yes, sir.
You voted for Halston Moultrie.
Halston Moultrie, the MP for Nassau Village.
Did you also campaign for him, good sir?
I campaign. I have family and friends who is PLP, DNA. I can win some of them because I have feel that Mr. Moultrie at that time was a person to put in power to help us as a community.
Yes. Has he betrayed your trust?
Yes, sir. He betrayed my trust and many others.
If election was held today and Halston Moultrie, who's now a big thing in the government because he's the speaker, do you think you could trust him and give him your axe? Look at the camera.
No, I will never vote for Mr. Speaker of the House, Halston Moultrie, never again in my life.
And are you saying to me, good sir, that you regretted voting for him?
I regret voting for Mr. Moultrie.
And I want you to look at camera 3 as you talk. See the camera?
Yes, sir.
And you think that he used you and exploited you.
He used me and many others, and many others. People who I known. And see, when Mr. Moultrie came in Nassau Village, he didn't came with no crowd of people. And there was 1 or 2 people who I know for sure who been with Mr. Moultrie from day one. Helped Mr. Moultrie out. Enticed me to join and come along with them to support the F&M.
Now, you also complained that notwithstanding that you had information that Halston Moultrie has access to some of the F&M government juicy, sweet, delicious contracts, did he ever offer you one?
Yes, sir.
Did he deliver on those contracts?
He gave a contract to me and another man. He said to share.
He
Per
said,
se, to share for $1,000.
okay,
That means,
that's $1,000 a week to share,
no, a month.
$1,000 a month.
Yes, sir.
Now, you are aware that one of your colleagues, his wife, Mr. Moultrie, sent her where for the job? You remember what I'm talking about?
The secretary.
Yes, where did he send her?
One was the permanent secretary
Right.
for Mr. Moultrie office.
Okay,
And and that same woman who just get that job, she didn't campaign.
so
She didn't campaign. She wasn't in the tape. She came about 2 weeks before election.
Now, when you said permanent secretary, because you see, that has this interesting meaning. You mean a secretary working in his office?
Yes, sir.
Okay. He gave her that job. Was there somebody working prior to her?
My good friend, I have a friend named Marvin,
Okay.
right? His wife was used to work in the headquarters in Nassau Village.
Okay.
Now, she wanted a job,
Right.
and he ended up sending her a different place. I
Where
used to
did he
talk-
send her? Look at camera 3. Where did he send her for that job?
I cannot remember exactly.
I put it to you that he sent her to Urban Renewal. Was it Urban Renewal?
Yes, sir.
And what happened when she went to Urban Renewal?
When she worked there. She been there for a little while and get turned away because she didn't have the proper papers.
Was she paid?
She never got paid.
And you had told me earlier, along with her husband, that she worked there for 5 weeks.
Yes, sir.
And to the best of your knowledge, she was not paid.
She told me herself she wasn't paid.
My God.
She told me herself that she wanted Mr. Moultrie to get the papers to send back to the Urban Renewal so they could work out her salary for how long she was working there for.
And do you know if he did it?
She told me as of today,
Yeah.
no.
And you are aware that she, while at Urban Renewal, called Moultrie and had Moultrie and a permanent secretary discuss the matter in her presence.
Yes, they talk for a very long time.
Yes? But she never got the little job,
No, sir.
even though she worked.
She would. And this lady who I'm talking about, when the doors of that headquarters opened, the second or third day when the door was open, she was working in that office.
And he has not used his good political influence to ensure that she gets the Urban Renewal job.
No, sir, he did not.
What now is your views in view of the fact that he didn't treat you all well?
No, sir. Mr. Moultrie is a snake. I don't know if that's the right word to use.
It's no sin in describing
No, I
him
don't think
as
you
a
should
snake.
use that word.
My
Mr.
spiritual
Mantel.
advisor, I want you to keep out of the
I mean,
conversation. He has 18 minutes. Leave him alone.
I have a
Now,
question I want to ask as well.
No. And let me find out something from you. In the community, have you interacted with his wife?
Mr. Moultrie wife?
Yeah.
Mr. Moultrie wife don't talk to nobody. She better than everyone.
Now, nobody put you up to say that.
No, sir.
Okay. What is this that you all are saying on social media that if you need something from your MP, it can't happen unless you talk?
To his wife.
Explain that so that the Negro people could understand what is taking place.
Anytime you need anything, you have to go to Miss Moultrie. You cannot go to Mr. Moultrie.
Why you can't go to the man who you voted for?
Because he let his wife make all the decisions.
I see. And so you now have second thoughts. Have you ever thought about going in search of Dr. Moultrie? No. The Speaker, Mr. Moultrie, leader, have you ever thought about trying to find the Prime Minister?
I thought about it. One of my friends have a meeting set up with them as of today.
As of today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say? Because you got 3 more minutes.
The jobs, there are no jobs in our community.
Now, when you say our community, you mean Nassau Village?
Nassau Village per se. There's no jobs. There are people on the street corners. There are single mothers who are hurting. There are grandparents out there who pension has been taken away.
Man, don't talk no nonsense.
Food stamps.
The food stamps?
Food stamps has been taken away.
Moultrie knows?
I told Mr. Moultrie myself personally.
Did
I have
you tell the
aunt.
wife?
See, that's the thing.
My
I go
God.
on to the wrong person. That's the thing. I supposed to go on to the wife.
My
That's what I
God.
supposed to do. But I have an aunt,
Yeah.
and she explained to me her pension has been taken.
Your auntie?
Yes.
Wow.
So I went to Mr. Moultrie and I explained it to him. And then I went and find out more people in our community.
That's Nassau Village.
in Nassau Village.
Yes.
You have some other elderly people in Nassau Village in the same predicament.
Would the people of Nassau Village be willing to meet with a man, that's me, from Black Village?
Of course, we are here now.
This is powerful. Listen, tomorrow we are marching from Windsor Park. You got to be, Windsor Park is East Street, opposite Super Value. We're marching there. Why don't you come? You got to be there by 4 p.m. Can the people of Nassau Village come? I'll give you all a special placard.
Could I ask him a question, please?
Not my spiritual advisor.
No, it's a righteous
he
question.
He has 10 minutes. I
No,
have said 10.
Just a
leave
quick
him alone.
question, Mr. Monica, in all fairness.
No. And so I'm extending an invitation to all the people of Nassau Village to come to Windsor Park tomorrow. You got to be there by 4 o'clock. It's a nice little march. And if you don't feel like marching, you can drive your vehicle. Think about it, eh?
Yes, sir.
Listen, your time is up. I want to thank you.
That's Mr. Moultrie.
Monica.
Monica.
Yeah, don't call me Moultrie. Because Moultrie ain't safe.
Could I get 10 seconds?
No, my spiritual
One quick
advice.
question.
No, man. I don't want
It's
you to act like-
concerning the contract that he said that
My
Moultrie gave him
brothers
the
and
share
sisters,
with somebody else.
behold a man who has a handicap. You hear me? And look what Moultrie has been doing. This don't go to you because you're a clerk and my grandma's a clerk. But Fox, you MP, I told y'all, if you can't vote PLP, come with me on the beach. Y'all ain't listen to me. Moultrie ain't safe. I know him. May the people of Nassau Village rise up peacefully and march against Moultrie. Comrade, I'm going to pray for you. And the people, take this flag quickly and wave it. Wave it quickly, quickly. This is powerful.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker, and a few minutes ago we had Sean Clark. He's partially handicapped, and he is an F&M, and he voted for the Speaker, Halston Moultrie. But when it was all over, he now has regretted, because you heard him say that Halston Moultrie, notwithstanding that Mr. Moultrie is a Negro male and Clark is Negro, he feels that he has been treated like a slave. I have two special guests with me. They are from the We Rise political activist group. They will join me tomorrow as we march from Windsor Park. And we have permission. We have permission to use the park. My MP, Shenandoah Cartwright, he's granted us permission. And the police has given us permission. And we need everybody to be at Windsor Park by 4 p.m. You know, the time has changed, so it gets dark quickly. So, young man, tell us your name.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Mr. Monk, and a pleasant good afternoon, Bahamas. My name is Mr. Cordero Umbrister.
Mr. Cordero Umbrister. And madam, what is your name?
A pleasant good afternoon once again. My name is Stevonia Monroe.
And both of you are members of We Rise.
Yes, sir.
This is powerful. I want you to hold on for a few seconds because I have to curse out 1 or 2 people. Well, this morning, in the district of New Providence, appeared before me a Negro man who has brought to my attention confidential information. It would appear, based on the evidence, that the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis, is getting ready to appoint an ambassador to the People's Republic of Cuba. I became concerned about that. And when you hear who they have advised me that Dr. Minnis is appointing, Janet Boswick is safe. Do you know, based on the confidential intelligence, and I'm saying it so I could stop Minnis from appointing him, Minnis is appointing Brent Dean, the nasty political journalist. He has been recommended, according to the confidential intelligence source, by Mrs. Janet Boswick. Janet, why every time you are in a position to recommend someone for political office, you either recommend your children? Now you've gone to another level. You now is recommending your son-in-law, Brent Boswick Dean. And I think that something is fundamentally wrong. Because if you look at Wednesday's National Review, Brent cursed out everybody. He cursed out the PLP. He cursed out a holy man like Mr. Frederick McAlpine. He cursed out Mr. Forbes. He just cursed on your people. And now we know he's about to be sent to the People's Revolutionary Republic, Cuba. Janet, I want you to stop. Whenever the F&M needs somebody, stop looking across your dining room table. Stop looking across the front room. You mean to tell me, of all the Negroes and Conky Joe people that you know, you want to send Brent? It's horrible. I just want Minnis to know that there is no secret you can hear from me, because I have my people in the party who keeps me abreast. Now, Brent, you're going to Cuba, okay? Well, if God spare my life next week, I shall look at why you shouldn't go to Cuba, all right? Unless Janet Boswick is prepared to publicly endorse you. And let me hear what her reasons are. Because all she's doing is picking children. And now she's gone to a new level. She's picking son-in-law. I just had to let the people know. Young people, we are marching tomorrow. And we need you to come and be a part of it. And I want to publicly advise you that when you all are free, you all should come, talk to me so I could show you all how to organize marches and motorcades, because I know a lot of things about it.
Yes, sir.
I think I have a doctorate degree in marching and so forth. So, how is the condition in the country? Has the F&M improved? Who's going to go first? Since I'm leader of the woman dam, you go first, my dear.
My response to that is, probation period is almost up if this was your average job.
Look at the camera.
Okay, probation period is almost up if this was your average job, and at the end of the probation period, I was in charge. They would have been fired for lack of performance and tardiness.
Are you being fair?
Completely fair. I call a spade a spade.
Come on. You don't think the F&M is doing little things?
No. I think that they have a good heart, but they just don't know how to govern.
Who in the F&M you got heart? Name one F&M who you know got a good heart so I can show you the hog in his heart.
Mr. Menacee was crying the other day in the House of Assembly.
Yeah, but he wasn't crying for us.
But that's heart.
No.
He don't have heart for. He may not have heart for us, but
But he have a heart.
we know he have a heart.
No. Let me teach you all, because I'm 60. When you see a prime minister crying like minutes, he has crocodile. The crocodile test. Okay? Young man, what are your views?
Well, Mr. Mounka, I will try to be as honest and fair as possible.
Go ahead.
But in all honesty, the F&M administration so far has been doing a deplorable job. And the reason why I say deplorable job is because ever since they've came into power, all they've been doing is playing up the blame game. And you know, us as young people, we tired of hearing the blame game. We don't want to hear what the PLP did with regards to crime from the 80s, or we in 2017. What happened in the 80s have nothing to do with 2017. You there at the driver's seat now, so fix it.
Wow, this is powerful. So, are you organizing people to come?
Most definitely we are.
And y'all are spreading the word.
Yes, sir.
Let me test you then. Where are we starting the march from?
At Windsor Park, 4 o'clock.
This is powerful. And are you ready for this good march?
Yes, sir.
And what about you, my dear?
Of course I am.
Now, who all have you all been trying and encouraging to come to the march?
Well, actually, we spend most of the day marketing the march as we walk about, as we were out throughout the day with our daily routines. We would stop the people through random conversations. You coming out to the march tomorrow? You come and check out the march. Come and join our march. We're marching for a cause. We're marching for something good. So throughout our day as we go out, we spoke about the march and we talk about it, encourage people to come out, stand for something or fall for nothing.
Wow, this is so powerful. I don't like asking this question, but you know, I'm 60. How old are you?
23.
You're 23. This is powerful. And how old are you, sir?
I'm 24.
Wow, you're the young people.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that Pinling was first elected at age 26?
Wow.
Yeah. And Travers has been elected at age 22.
Right.
Right? But of course, Travers is no Pinling. That's true. We can't find Travers. You open up a whole clinic and nobody could find the clinic. Now,
Well, you could find him because he's actually having a party, I think, for Halloween, actually.
he's having a Halloween party?
Yes, sir.
Bon. Tout le monde haïtien. M'attendez, monsieur, give fête pour Halloween. Ma besme en pile. Pep moi yo pour aller à Kun Zambie. I just told my people, if he's having a Halloween party, they should go dressed like a zombie and hide him.
Well, it's $20 to get in.
Man, don't talk no nonsense.
No, it's $20 to get into the party.
Where's this party?
I think at the Ford, it's a mask-off party.
The name of the party is entitled Mask Off.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's $20?
And you pay for your drinks.
And you pay for your drinks. Okay.
Right.
Pep moi yo, pas aller. Parce que il chargeait $20. Now, have you also spoken to more mature people?
What we did is we left our audience at a very wide range. I know we reached out to, we were trying to reach out to the torchbearers as well as the PYL because
You invited the torchbearers?
well, this is not a political march. This
Man,
is
this
a
is
Bahamian
powerful.
march.
Right.
This is powerful.
Yeah, so we tried to reach out to the torchbearers and the PYL to come out and be involved because at the end of the day, it really is our future.
Right.
Listen, you've just inspired me. Members of the Free National Movement, You all are invited. Okay? And interestingly enough, I got a text from a PLP woman. And she said to me, I mustn't let her identity out. She said, but for heaven's sake, tell the PLP to come to the march, because minister's doing a bunch of nonsense. And I thought it was powerful. I almost bucked up, because I didn't expect Sister Woman from the woman's branch of the FNM to make that recommendation. So we want to extend invitation to the torch bearers. You could come in your FNM shirt. We want to extend invitation to the PYL, all the senior FNMs, and all the senior PLP, because we know that ministers and them are covering up the fact that a whole minister sits in the Honorable House of Assembly and is not a citizen of the country, Frankie Alfred Campbell. What else are some of the problems that you all see in the country as young people that you think ought to be addressed by the government?
You know, one of my issues was, and on my way here, I actually have a family member that lives in the Bain and Grantstown, and she was telling me that she was actually afraid for a job working in the number house. Because you do know, after the Minister of Tourism, he mentioned that they wanted to he was making hints of, for them in, implementing the National Lottery.
Right.
So if you implement the National Lottery, could you imagine somebody like my cousin, she's a single parent, and she has kids. If they shut down the number of houses, how is she going to be able to pay her rent?
Wow.
How is she going to be able to provide grocery? It's already hard now. So could you imagine if they shut down every number house across the Bahamas? I've heard people say, "Oh, it's sucking the life out of the economy." It's not sucking the life out of the economy, because when her and I was in Long Island a few months ago, Long Island, they on their last banquet about to close down. So when that bank about to close down, how else a person going to transport money in and out of that island? Through this same number house. So how could the Minister of Tourism make a reckless statement calling our number bosses cartels? We don't run a slack country. We're not running a drug country. So which cartels was he referring to? So that made me, I got enraged when he said that in House of Assembly. Are you attacking just the black entrepreneurs of our country?
Wow, that's powerful. You're a great thinker. Sister, what are some of the things that concerns you?
Well, I know one of the main things that I've always been passionate about is the preservation of the Bahamas. See, generations before us, they had the opportunity to grow up in the Bahamas. They did, because the generations prior to them preserved the Bahamas for them.
Okay.
Are you preserving it for us? Because from where I stand, it really don't seems as that. And you know, I was doing a bit of research, and I found out one of my major problems is the natural resources that is being exported out of our country on a daily basis. And if either we don't have knowledge of it, or it's something quiet swept underneath the rug. I found out in 1986, actually, there was 17 billion gallons of gas that was found in the Bahamas.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So for me, are you working to preserve our country? Because in about 30 years, the people that are making decisions now won't be around.
Wow.
To handle the decisions that they made, whether it be good or bad. They won't be here. We will have to be here to deal with it. Therefore, like we've been preaching from we came out, we don't want to work against the government. We're not here to fight you or tear you down. We just want to make sure our future is secured.
You know, her and I, we been to the Parliament House, to the Senate, to see if we could met with Mr. Henfield, the senator now.
Senator Henfield.
We wanted to invite him on the march because he was really radical with regards to the spy bill just a few months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he is feeling the exact same way now. So he needs to come out and join this march tomorrow. But we were not successful in reaching him.
Okay, this is powerful. Why don't you extend an invitation to Senator the Honorable Henfield? Extend the invitation.
On behalf of We Rise Bahamas, my leader and myself, Mr. Senator, we would love for you to join us out on the march tomorrow to stand for a cause, because during your first march, I'm proud to say that I stood with you and I believed in what you were about. So, as someone that once looked up to you as a mentor
This is
and now
powerful.
walking in your footsteps, I'm simply here to extend the olive branch for your support
So
tomorrow.
you had supported him.
I did the first march.
The first match. Wow. Having matched with Senator the Honorable Ranad Hanfield, and he having gotten a juicy plump from his mother, first cousin husband, that's Dr. Minnis. Are you disappointed that he is put up his sword?
I felt as though he blindsided the Bahamian people.
Oh,
he
Jesus.
he took advantage of the vulnerability. He saw that we was desperate for change,
Right.
so he manipulated us into say, "Hey, I'm the change,"
Wow.
and then you just follow suit and go back
My
into what it
goodness.
was.
Well, let me promise you all now. Make sure the country can see me making this promise. Listen, if anybody missed and allow me to slip back in the Senate, and they go contrary, I will veil their backside. Okay? So, no matter what you see I get, I sell out. These are my blessings.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
see my point? Yeah. And I'm leader of the woman them. And so all the things that I get, it ain't no bribery. You see? I can't be bribed. All right? I can't. I don't know what the future holds, but Lord Jesus, help me to remain strong and resist the evil spirit of bribery. Now I want y'all to look at the clock. That's how much more minutes y'all got. I can keep quiet, and y'all go for it.
You know, one of the other issues what I wanted to make mention of is
Make sure the mic is close to your mouth, because I want the Negro people and the Conky Joe to hear it. Go ahead.
I really need the government to be really radical with regards to fixing Grand Bahama, because you know that's where I grew up with my mom. She's also in Grand Bahama.
Your
Monique
mother
Robinson.
is in Grand Bahama now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord, she must be catching hell with the rest of the
Most
people. there.
definitely, she is. So we and just about a few weeks ago, you had Pisces, what is actually a staple in our Port Lacaya community. Pisces was around from before I existed, and they're now closed down. They closed down since this government took office.
This is a business.
This is a business, Pisces
Okay.
Restaurant, and right now Port Lacaya is actually a ghost town.
Wow.
Yeah, Port
You
Lacaya
sure?
it's a ghost
It
town.
can't be a ghost town because Peter is there. Who is the next MP there?
Pintard.
Pentard is there. The only ghost there would be Pentard, because Pentard might be politically a spirit. Who else?
Parker.
Parker is there. You mean Parkeisha?
Yeah, Pakisha Parker.
Parkeisha Parker. Who next?
And Mr. Michael Pine, who stood up for Pine Ridge.
Michael Pine is the only honorable member among
Yes, sir.
them. And who next?
And
But it's five. Five.
I barely know them like that.
Okay, and ain't nothing happening?
Nothing is happening for Grandmama.
Lord have mercy on my people.
Oh, and Hiram Lewis.
Well, don't expect anything from Aram, because Aram can run. And when he doesn't perform, you're not going to vote for an athlete. He'll break off run, and you all can't catch it.
And you know what I also found so upsetting since this government came into office?
Yes?
The lead editor of the Nassau Guardian, Candia Dames, I have not heard her being on Marvin Dames' case with regards to crime from since the May 10th general election, because my thing is, Marvin Dames has yet to come to the public and tell us what is his plans to fight crime. Here it is, we had a 8-year-old little boy who died whilst doing homework in his bed. We had a 8-month baby got shot. A unborn baby got shot, and she has not been on Marvin Dames' back with regards to crime. He needs to resign. Why isn't she calling for Marvin Dames to resign? Just like how she was doing with the former Minister of National Security. We don't need any media house giving none of these persons who've got elected into Parliament no free pass in the House of Assembly. If he cannot do the job, resign the post or go sit down. We didn't put nobody in there to be collecting salary at the end of the month to be doing nothing.
Now, you think you're being fair to Candia? It is her brother.
It doesn't matter.
And Candia isn't a strong woman. You follow? But I understand your point, but I'm just trying to defend her, because she got a daddy who don't play.
Right.
And he confronts me every day. And he say, you don't like my children. He have me running up and down behind him saying, listen, I love Candia and I love Marvin.
Right.
Yeah. So, sister, what is on your mind?
Well, for me, my major thing is actually two things.
Go ahead.
The unemployment issue in this country, because the government has been in for about 5 months now. We haven't heard them touch on it. They haven't said anything about it. In less than 9 months, we have another thousands of people about to enter into the work field with no means of finding something
How
to
you
do
mean
with.
they've not said anything and they say we're going to fire all those who work?
Yeah, they it's like they're picking at making. What upsets me about the government is the fact that they insult Bahamian people intelligence so blatantly and make us seem like we're the most stupidest set of people around. You come in our face and you say, hey, this is that, and you say, okay, we find this amount of money, and then we come back, sorry, I made a boo-boo. It was $200, $2 million extra.
Well,
from
you know
what
why
I
that
paid.
is happening?
Who will come in?
Menace and does brought into the public treasury a man who does not believe in God. That's what's going on. So since he doesn't believe in God, the devil is having him pass bogus number to Peter. That's what's going on. They got a whole man who has insulted the country and say he don't believe in God. That's what has happened.
And then another thing that I would like to say while they have the opportunity, my people, please, we spend so much time complaining about the issues in our country instead of we stand up and try to make a difference. And then when you have the group decide to stand up, you still sit back and you judge them for what they're doing.
Yes.
But then afterwards you go on Facebook and complain about the problem. Let's all be a part of the solution together. Why see? The best part about Martin Luther King's speech, I had a dream, was he saw America in the future.
Wow.
So years from now, we can continue to speak about what he saw in the future.
Yes.
Let us see the Bahamas bigger and better than it is now. I'm tired of complaining about what's going on. Let us see an economy where after young students go off to college, they're excited to come back home because the economy is booming and they can find good jobs that pay them sufficient money. Let us get excited to be here. It's like we're not excited about our country anymore.
Yep.
We just accept what they give us and we sit down and complain and complain.
Yes.
But like I always say,
wave your flag and talk.
like I always say, the
Yeah.
children of Israel spent 40 years to do a 10-year journey because of complaining.
Yes.
So for us to sit here and complain, it doesn't make any sense. It's time to put aside the petty party politics, time to put aside the red, yellow, and green, and it's time for us to work together if we want a better Bahamas.
Wave your flag, young man, and talk. Talk.
You know, like Nelson Mandela say, when wise men keep silent,
Oh, yes.
foolish multiply.
Yes.
I find it to be a very powerful speech.
It is.
And I invite everybody that's been going through the hardest hard times over these past few months, because people have been messaging me telling me that they have not been able to get paid. So I invite you to come out march, because if the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition can get paid every month, there's no reason why our small man cannot receive a salary. Receive the salary they work tirelessly for at the end of the month. And every student who's still waiting on that little thing called a free university education,
Come
they
to
need
the
to come
march.
and march.
When is the march?
The march is tomorrow, Saturday, October 14 at 4 p.m. at Windsor Park.
And we'll march through the streets of New Providence.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
While we're here as well, I just would like to put it out there, We Rise Organization along with SDC Bahamas will be hosting their first annual business planning workshop on November the 2nd. All young entrepreneurs, if you have a business plan in mind or you have a business idea, need help putting together your plan, you come out. We have a seminar set up, different speakers. We assist you with your business plan. Have a nice day set up for you, different trinkets we're trying to put together. And that's us.
Well, I thank both of you.
Right.
My next guest, her cousin was murdered. And Menace ain't gone there to cry. And Marvin ain't got no solution. But wave your flag. This is our country. We must defend it peacefully. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we had a man who came in on the mail boat today from one of the family islands. I've forgotten the family island. He's here to march. So we are going to march. Come on. Wave your flag. Sovereignty is under attack. Lord Jesus, I thank you for young people who step forward.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker, and on this segment, I'm joined by Maradona and my spiritual advisor. Maradona, you're such a charming young lady.
Thank you, darling.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you.
And then, of course, my blessed spiritual advisor, Bradley Rohn.
Absolutely.
Rodney, I thank you.
Well, you all smiles now, man. I'm happy.
That in the midst of temptation, you have been able
Lord, that's something, eh?
to resist the devil.
This temptation's
Oh,
come running at
goodness.
me sometimes,
I
man.
thought
I
you
don't
left
have
the
to look
building.
for it.
Yeah.
I thought you left the building after that last segment.
Wherever Maradona is, so will I also be.
Whatever.
Here on Freedom March, we have revealed that Janet Boswick, according to the intelligence report, has recommended Brent Boswick Dane, that's their son-in-law, the editor of the Nassau Guardian. And we are advised that Brent Dane will be sent to Cuba as an ambassador. Why, Mrs. Boswick, you something? You mean to tell me you ain't know no F&M who was in the struggle all them years? You have to recommend Brent? Well, that might be a clever idea. Yeah, send him to Cuba. That's the intelligence. The next intelligence we have is that Menace is plotting to move former Attorney General Sean McQueenie as the ambassador to the Holy City of Rome, Vatican City. So I just want Sean to know it, and I'm contemplating whether or not I should encourage it, because Sean told me something and he didn't keep his word. And he deliberately didn't keep his word. So that's what's going on there. And so, but I would hope, because Sean, he has the right color for the Vatican City. He's a mulatto Negro male. I think he would do well, because the last time he went to Vatican City, I like the way he was dressed up. So that's what's going on. There are many people who were wondering, why did I attack Sidney Colley and Mavis Latusma, his wife, over her father, Philip Johnson? You see, when Sidney Colley was the member of parliament for that part of the island, they politically exploited Philip Johnson to campaign in the Haitian village. And after he brought Sidney to power, they abandoned him. And the next reason why I launched the attack is there was a game pulled, orchestrated by Urca. I ain't going to tell you what it is, because I am pretending like I don't know. It's Urca. And we know that Sidney's wife works in Urca. So I decided then that since they are playing their games, I'll just yuck the blanket off her and show the country how her daddy came to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas with one name and how he changed the name. You see, today I have been contacted by a citizen who now has requested that I present to an attorney all of the documents on Frankie Campbell, because now they are convinced, having noted that the government has not offered any criticism, and Dr. Menace has refused to tell us clearly that Frankie is or is not a citizen of the Bahamas. I thought I should do that. Maradona, it was a sad week. You did have a relative who suffered death.
Mm-hmm.
And how did he die?
He was shot to death in Fox Hill, my home village. When we moved from Long Island, that's where my dad's from. So all my family is in Fox Hill, and in the day hours, not even like, I think it was a little before 1 o'clock,
Okay.
they came to his house and they decided to play God.
Now,
so
Maradona,
Thank
since a previous murder, the acting commissioner of police, Anthony Ferguson, and a team of top-ranking police officials had done a walkabout. Are they walking about in the night?
I must say at one point I did see them, but I don't live in Fox Hill. I only
Okay.
went to check on my parents' house.
Okay.
I could I could ask one of my aunts and see if they did it. I'm sure they did. They tend to be really good with patrolling the area.
Okay. But
Yeah.
are there constant police walkabout in the area?
Not constant. I
No.
wouldn't say constant, no.
Okay. And no idea how long it would have taken the police upon hearing about the incident to arrive on the scene. No idea.
If I had to guess, I think it was pretty fast.
It was
Because I
pretty
had
fast.
just gotten home and there was nothing there. And then I was leaving maybe about 40 minutes after, and I saw a police car swerving. And I was like, what's going on? Because I couldn't really tell which house it was from where it was coming from. And then I asked my neighbor, and he told me, that was your cousin. Of course, I couldn't go that way. They had already blocked it off.
Right.
So my dad called me all the way in America. Someone already had called him and told him that they had killed our cousin. So
Okay. Well, I want, on behalf of the Bahamas, to extend to you our sympathies
Condolences,
thank
absolutely.
you.
and to say to you it is sad,
Yeah, it is.
but I yearn for the day when a Negro leader will have the balls. You know what I mean by balls? Testicle.
I know
Okay.
what they are.
Okay, this is powerful.
It is.
That they will have the testicle to go to the parliament and move a resolution designed to hold a constitutional referendum so that those of us who are willing to commit murder will suffer death
I agree.
by execution. God have mercy
I agree.
on our soul. So that is very interesting. My spiritual advisor, look for text. Let's see what text is here because this is the weekend. And I want to remind Bahamians, listen, comfortable tennis, comfortable hat. Don't worry if you ain't got no special t-shirt. Just put on nice, decent clothes because we're going to march. We're going to march. And those of you who feel that you're not being treated well, to come out and march peacefully. Windsor Park. Windsor Park. And the police is working with us. They are right when they said to me, Brother Monka, the zone is changing. And so we want to be at Windsor Park by 4 p.m. And we get prepared to march. It's a nice little march. Everybody has to come because we have to show to the government that we are displeased. So if you have problems, they ain't paying you your money, right? They're firing you. They're threatening you. They're driving some of y'all for the first time to contemplate suicide. It's time to march. And let me warn you, anybody who tries to commit suicide, the police could arrest you and charge you. You have no right to kill yourself, okay? And secondly, if you kill yourself, you're going to hell. And don't forget, we as the Negro people, we don't commit suicide. And the Conky Joe people, they don't commit suicide. Remember that. Just take that out of your mind. Okay? Now, what kind of
Yeah, we
text
got some
do we
text.
have?
Go ahead,
Let's
Maradona.
go.
All right. First text. Great is your mercy towards me, O God, my Father. Father. Okay, that's just a prayer. Someone
Right.
sent here.
Okay, give us text.
Thank you so much for wishing Lula May a happy birthday. Have a great day.
Thank you.
I don't know if that was today.
Oh, just read text.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rowell and Mr. Monka. Can you please send a shout out to Anisha McIntosh and Shelton Gardner? They are one of the man and woman them. Thank you.
Anisha
Anisha McIntosh and Shelton Gardner.
Anisha McIntosh and Shelton Gardner.
Yeah.
I accept that you all are one of the man and woman them. And if you are in Nassau, Windsor Park, let's march. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monka. I am very sorry to hear your guest refer to the Honorable Minister as a snake. Please have respect for those in authority.
Read that again.
Yeah.
I'm very
Absolutely.
sorry to hear your guest refer to the honorable minister as a snake.
What
I
honorable?
agree.
Hold on.
Please have respect for those
Yes.
in
Never
authority.
said
Yes.
I
an
only read in-
honorable minister.
Pardon me?
He never said an honorable minister.
What does he say?
Let the person tell me correctly. I understand that Sabatz is watching the show. Sabatz, sac passe. What's up?
But Mr. Monica, you understand what the text is trying to say, right?
My spiritual
You
advisor.
don't refer to anyone in the house in that manner. It is
If
disrespectful.
you have,
It's disrespectful.
listen to me.
And it's unchristian.
Listen to me.
Oh, Jesus.
don't
If
refer to
you
people
have a
as
hog
snakes.
heart, you identify the heart of the person.
The person has a name.
And if you have the ways of a snake, you name it and you shame it. Go ahead, read text.
Lord in the morning. Mr. Spiritual Advisor, how can you put up with Mr. Monka? He hardly lets you get a word in. Wow. Please remind him children are watching.
Absolutely.
There is no obscenity.
The patience of Job.
Hold on a second. My spiritual advisor is a saved man. There's no obscenity. But these politicians must be held accountable. I could call them a snake. They have a whole minister in the cabinet of the Bahamas, contrary to law. And there's none of them who have a principle to say, let's examine the documents. Because all I got is documents. I got plenty documents.
All you got is documents.
Yeah. Let me take this call. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, welcome to
Hello?
Freedom. Yes, my dear.
Yeah, Mr. Monica.
Yes,
Yeah.
speak to me and stop listening to the TV. Hello, my darling, listen to me. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, talk to me.
Mr.
She
Monica.
must
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
delay.
Is it true that the government is trying to let people go at the age of 60?
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised because they're firing young people. You see my point? So I'm not sure. Okay? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But I'll investigate.
Okay.
God bless you. Read text.
Oh, okay. Good,
And
good,
he,
good day, Spiritual Advisor. Why do you sit with Mr. Monka every day taking that abuse? If I was you, I would walk out, leave, and never return.
I never abuse my spiritual advisor.
You ain't let him talk today, no, Mr. Monka.
Because the spiritual advisor, in his case, let me explain
It's
something.
amazing. You had a man on this show.
Listen to me.
And you did not allow me to cross
You
the
ain't let him
Off
get a
air,
word
I want
in.
you to listen to me.
Yes, sir.
You're not listening.
Sir.
Off air. I would say to the spiritual advisor, this particular guest, you're not to challenge him. There are reasons for that. I had, some time ago, some of the most blessed ambassadors from the Rastafarian. I said to the spiritual advisor, they are not here to debate theology. Right?
Yes, sir.
But he wanted to debate theology with them. You see my point?
I see your point. I see your point.
The man who was here from Nassau Village, he's a handicapped citizen. I don't want the spiritual advisor to pretend that he's more F&M than the man.
That was not my point.
All right? But read text, because time is running.
All right. Mr. Monka, all of these appointments are not...
Canada, welcome to the Bahamas. Read
Keep
text.
reading it. Okay, I got to find one.
You got to find it?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Wow, what a time. The Bahamian people realized they made a big error. Now they all live in regrets at 5 months of disaster. No jobs, no free education, etc. The list goes on and on. Sorry, Bahamians, it's too late. We all have to live with it. There's no hope. My God. Okay, this is just negative.
And the young man, I interviewed him prior to coming on, and I told him, don't say that. Not that it was not acceptable. I decided that I was going to let him say certain things. All right?
Okay.
Let's take this phone call. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
good afternoon, Mr. Monica.
Good afternoon, my love.
Good afternoon, spiritual advisor, and
Good-
good afternoon, young lady.
Good afternoon, darling.
Good afternoon. How you
Mr.
doing?
Monica,
Yes?
I have a serious problem, and Mr. Jeff Lloyd needs to address this situation.
Well, say it because you
I
know.
noticed the school buses that are picking up the school children and letting them off They're letting them off into danger, into the streets, and I have a serious problem with that.
Really?
And Mr. Lloyd needs to address that situation before anything happens to our little boys and girls.
Wow.
Thank you.
I thank
And
you for
spiritual
drawing.
advisor,
Hey.
use the save mind. Don't worry what nobody say. Use
Thank
the
you.
save mind.
I appreciate
Don't worry
you.
about what people say. You're doing the way for the people.
Absolutely.
This is
And
powerful.
you
Thank
have
you
a
so
good
much.
weekend,
You do
all
the
of you
same.
all.
Well, we
God
thank
bless
you.
you.
You too.
Jeff Lloyd, you heard what the woman say? Go and check them buses out. Because if any of them people, children, was to fall down or get knocked down, you can get bad name. So check it out, okay? Go ahead, read text.
All right, we got one more. Good evening. God is love. Mr. Monka and Essay. Mr. Monka, I'm calling you out for this.
Okay.
You are not fair. Reason for me saying this is you were not fair for letting Essay ask one simple question. Come on, Mr. Monka. The show also includes Essay's views and opinions.
That is true.
He can really say, Essay, I can really say you got God in your heart to put up with Mr. Monka.
That's why he's here. S.A. is here because he's the only Negro saint that can tolerate me. All right? That's why he's here.
This part is
All right?
only if the Queen could see how he
I
treats
heard
you.
that Haiti has joined us. Now, Haiti, let me explain something.
Oh, God.
I am not lying on Frankie, IT, moi-même, pas menti sous Frankie. Frankie c'est illégalement. Il pas gain bon document. OK? Frankie c'est haïtien, moi c'est haïtien. Frankie illégalement. I had to let Haiti know. Okay? And everybody who is against December 31st, come join the march. Because only one person I intend to run after is Frankie. Okay? Anybody on the phone? Okay,
All right.
read text.
Mr. Monka, all of those appointments are not any of the former members of Parliament for 8 Mile Rock. Mrs.
Wow.
Ferna Grant, they are treating her like a stepchild.
Wow. Papa, come Papa, say something for Buena. From you deny her the nomination, they've not been treating her well. And Papa, she's a sweet, sweet soul. Go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Monka and Mr. Rowe, pray for us in Freeport as we sleep in the bazaar at night. We need to do this to take a stand. We are hurting in Freeport.
Wow, I'm so saddened.
Oh, good.
Mr. Monka, how are you doing? God save the Queen. By Grab. Bodie has a sidekick. Now, Graham. Okay. By Grab. Bodie, keep Graham. Go ahead.
Spiritual advisor, your job is to say, thus said the Lord, not to cross-examine another orgy.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Oh, goodness. Mr. Monka, please send a shout-out to, it says, Charge Hand Knowles and the BPL team in Ragged Island, Storm Restoration.
Oh, okay.
Philip
Yeah.
Johnson had a barber shop on Wolf Road. Has a son named with a Bahamian woman. Mavis never wanted to be known that her father was Haitian. I wish to remain anonymous. I shall keep you anonymous, but I withhold the other information because I want that Negro person to remain anonymous. Okay? Go ahead, read text.
Mr. Monka, you have to behave calling these people, having these people calling person's name.
What do you mean by that?
I don't understand too much.
Okay.
Yeah, they're talking about
Mr.
that.
Greenslade gone.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That's bad, eh? Okay. Yeah. This
Mr.
is
Rose,
great.
please pray for Mr. Hank Johnson, MP for Central and South Eleuthera, because he gave back to school packages to every school except Palmetto Point due to low votes. Shame on him.
Welcome back, Maradona. You make Freedom March explode with beauty.
I got my first text.
Well, you understand that text, right?
Yeah.
She make it explode with beauty. What are they trying to say?
Well,
Huh?
I spiritual advisor.
They trying to say it's a pie.
Yes.
They ain't trying to say it.
We
That's what they
need
say.
minutes to fix Grand Bahama. We need jobs in the Family Islands. We need the road fixed in New Providence. We need health care now. Well, then join me and we rise. And the thousands of Bahamians in a peaceful march at Windsor Park. Get there by 4 p.m. God save the Queen.
What happened to you, boy? Spiritual advice.
The
Open
people
your-
wants to know if Maradona is marching tomorrow.
Don't hold your breath.
Maradona,
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I
you
just,
should come.
Read that
I
text,
should,
though.
this one.
The people are saying you ain't safe.
Ooh, that's the thing.
What amazing. What $20 can do.
Oh my God.
Imagine if this guy got a $50. Please don't be disappointed with your turnout tomorrow.
Rodney, this young lady is another F&M just like SA. She selects the text she wants to read. Why do you need a co-host? You would do better alone.
Oh.
You ain't safe.
You told
Whoever
me
that is.
I vote for Pakeisha Parker, and I will never vote for her again in my whole life. We want Joyce Miller for our next MP for West End. Go ahead.
Okay. Give a shout out to Louisa and Bobby over in Crown Haven, Abaco. They are two of the women them.
What are their names?
From
Louisa.
Louisa
And
and
Bobby.
Bobby.
Louisa and Bobby. You'll have to be wonderful woman. The last Louisa I knew was Auntie Louisa Evans. She was from Black Village. She died in 1972. Go ahead.
I was in Bryland last weekend, Mr. Monka, and plenty of the women them there.
Have they accept my leadership?
They
Yeah,
did. I have
yeah.
a video to show you. They wish you were coming over for the regatta.
Listen, I'm prepared to come to where?
Harbor Island.
Harbor Island this weekend if you all agree to meet me at the dock. And you got to have a goatskin drum. And we'll rush through Harbor Island. Good day, my leader of the Woman Dam. Could you ask all of your supporters, let's see, could you ask all of your supporters to please bring $1 on Saturday to help pay for your trip to Freeport? You must go there. My $50 was given to you on Monday as promised. We need to put monies in the kitty to help defray costs for posters and traveling. You have to go to Freeport. They want to see you, sir. They are sorry for the bad thing that they did on May 5th. Freedom March is for the nation. My good people, please bring $1. I thank you. Hello, Richmond, and hi, Cousin Ethel.
Shout
Now,
out.
hold for a second. After this break, we have another half an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead then.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Marsha Thompson. Happy birthday. Shout out to Miss Marsha
Hello,
Thompson.
Marsha Thompson. Happy birthday to you. And if I was younger, I would ask you to invite me to the party so I could dance with you. And my favorite dance would have been, man take one and satisfy, woman take two. Go ahead.
The look of Ingram.
Hello, Freeport.
Okay.
Okay, tell Freeport, hold on for a second. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor. Read that text.
This text says, the look of Ingram after PM minutes announced all illegal nationals must go home. Oh, I guess they must have sent a photo. Papa is expected to pen some serious words to PM minutes through his national review. Stay tuned. So some people just go in the graveyard, perhaps in the night, pick a prominent name, find to... No.
They said
Can't say it.
Mr.
No, I'm not
Greenslade
reading that.
is no longer the commissioner. Any
I'm
more
not-
text?
I'm
Read
not
text.
reading
Tell the
that.
caller when I come back from this adjournment, we'll take their call. I got to hide on the weekend. So ministers wouldn't accuse me of doing anything. So I'm hiding. And I got to hide tomorrow at Windsor Park.
Mother Pratt gets movie deal. Oprah, Tyler Perry. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's... I don't know why
Also
they
a
sent
shout out to
information.
Lord Roll. Is it? From Exoma. Hey, Lord
Oh,
Roll.
okay. Hi, Mr. Monica. Can you give a shout out to David Williams Sr., who is celebrating his birthday today from his wife, Keitra, and son, David Jr.? He is one of the man them.
David
Williams Jr.
David Williams Jr.
Senior, sorry, senior.
David Williams
Senior,
Sr.
yes.
Happy birthday from your son. Go ahead.
Let me get back
And
to
your
text.
charming wife.
His son is David Jr. and his wife is Keitra.
From your wife, Keitra
Keitra
Williams,
and
and your son,
David
David Jr. And
Right.
guess what? My daddy, paternal grandmother, was a Williams from Green Turtle Key, Abaco. When I come back, I will tell you how I have prayed and fast, and tonight I shall attempt to convince noted attorney Wayne Monroe QC to run for chairman of the PLP. I need a man who's smart with the law and who's willing to carry out political action. Wayne Monroe, don't make me shame. I come in to look for you. I think the party needs you. Wayne Monroe for chairman of the PLP. I'll tell you about it when I come back.
Do you have something to say to the senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV studios. War has broken out in the FNM. The money people from Save the Bay are now cursing out the FNM, but they will not distract me. The man that I'm after lawfully is the Minister of Transport, Frankie Alfred Campbell, who cannot prove that he's a citizen of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So whatever Fred Smith and Brent Simmons are running on with, I shall ignore them until they deal with Frankie. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello,
Yes,
Mr. Monker.
yes ma'am.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
This may be a little random,
Okay.
but since you have the widest listening audience.
You think so?
Oh,
Go ahead, talk to me.
yeah, I thought I would say it here.
Okay.
When I get through the night, I think about things.
Really?
And yes, and one of the things I thought about before and again, perhaps if we can do two things, it will bring down the crime.
Okay.
That is, take all tints off of all cars.
That's one.
And if people would decide to not buy stolen goods,
Okay.
you see, crime goes from 1 to 10 when it's unchecked.
Yes.
So if we check it, even at the smallest thing, what seems to be the smallest thing, we might be able to bring it back down to 1
Yes.
and perhaps stop some of the more serious crimes.
It's a wonderful idea.
You see, because it all leads from one to the other.
Yes.
You know, give an inch, take a mile, you know, that sort of thing.
You're talking about zero tolerance.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I just know that they need to take off the tents, you know, because someone just pull up on you, you can't see who it is, they don't want to die for what they do.
Right.
You know, you don't know who, you can't just run from every car, and every car seems to have tents.
That is true.
But they pull up on you, you know, put the glass down enough, shoot at you, you know, whatever, kill somebody, nobody knows who it was.
Yep, you are right. It is a wonderful idea.
Yeah. Now, tomorrow, God's Spill Life,
Yes.
I may not march, but I'm coming, and I'm going to identify myself to you.
Okay. Well, I
Okay,
hope
so
once you would have
know.
identified yourself to me, I may convince you to then jump on the back of the truck or go in a car. But you must
I'll
come.
be in a car. Maybe I'll do the motorcade part
Yeah.
of it.
You see, for those who may not want to march,
Yeah.
you go in the car. Then
Yeah.
then I can have a big truck.
Uh-huh.
You jump on the back of the big truck. That's why I put mama them. You see?
Right. Okay.
I thank
I'll
you.
do what I can.
I thank you for that great suggestion.
Thank you, too.
Hello, welcome to Freedom
Hello.
March. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Munkar.
Good afternoon, my love.
I'm one of the women down.
Oh, praise
but
the
you know
Lord.
my problem is the spiritual advisor.
Again?
Yes, because
What did I do?
he has ways like the PLP. You don't get one contract, somebody calling you and saying you're getting 2 and 3 more. Why you going to do that?
When did
you
they do-
know PLP.
Yeah, when did it
You're a
happen? When did it
spiritual
happen?
man. You know but sharing and caring and giving.
Absolutely.
That's what you need to do. Don't tell them fill you up at 2 and 3, because that is not in your makeup.
No,
Your
I have
makeup
promised
is
them.
to care and to share.
Oh, yeah. Correct that,
Okay.
Rodney.
Listen to me, mama.
Go ahead.
Because he has been discriminated against, I have petitioned the incoming leader of the Progressive Liberal Party, Philip Brave Davis, and the National General Council to reward my spiritual advisor when they return to power with 5 juicy, delicious contracts so that the F&M will know they better give him contract now, because if they don't, I will petition.
Mr. Rodney, he
Yes.
don't need 5. He's not a greedy PLP.
No, he's a greedy F&M.
I can beat you all, you know.
Listen.
Okay, have a good one.
This greed
You
has
do the
nothing
same.
to do. Anyway.
You all get
Anybody
Don't
else?
do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
Okay, Mama.
Okay,
Mama say
Mama.
don't do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
and come
Care
march
for
with
each
me.
other. We got to get back to basics.
Absolutely, I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Have a nice one now.
You
And
too.
come join me in the march tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Yeah, good day, Mr. Monco.
Good day, comrade.
Please tell Minister Mr. Turnquist to stop getting politically involved with these departments, especially customs again, because they just had a gun bust. But the controller, she had a strategic plan to transfer the officers to break up the cliques, because a person from customs, they spoke to me and told me that all of the guns would be coming through them.
When you say the guns coming through them, what do you mean by that?
Meaning that the illegal guns, the
Yes.
weapons that are coming through coming in the Bahamas, will have to go through them first in order to be distributed among the streets and stuff in the hands of the criminals or whatever.
Are there any custom officers at, what you call them, please, where they dig hole for the boat to come through?
Canals.
Yeah.
You know of any there? Anyway.
That sounds like a police matter. He needs to hand the intelligence of that over.
No. He is suggesting, if I understand him correctly, that the smugglers come through custom.
Yes,
Right.
the smuggling come through customs, and the controller, she had a strategic plan to transfer the 250 officers from different departments, move them around to break up the clique so that this illegal
activity
weapon smuggling could stop.
So who has interfered with her strategic plan?
Well, Peter Turnquist, some persons who were on the transfer list, they went to him saying that they have families and stuff, but only a few of them actually have families on the list, and then majority of them, they weren't getting transferred to the inter-islands. They weren't going to the family islands. They were just leaving from Arawak Key to probably LPIA.
Okay. Anyway, I thank you for the information. I shall now put it here and figure out what is going on.
Mr. These wasn't no pistol guns. These was machine guns. Second time,
they're bringing machine gun?
One of the port of entries had a second machine gun bust. And this just happened yesterday, Mr. Monk.
Hold on, my spiritual advisor. They got a machine gun?
Yep.
Was it
Mr.
turned over
Monk,
to the police?
I didn't hear you.
Did they turn the machine gun over to the police?
Yeah, they have to if customs catch it.
You do me a favor. This is code 3. Check to find out if it's turning over to the police. My cell number is 434-5760. If it's
5760.
if it is being turned over to the police, you say Ezekiel lives. If it is not, say Ezekiel is done, and I'll curse them out next week if God spare my life. Take it
All
here.
right, take care, Mr. Monco.
Okay. My spiritual advisor, read text.
More calls. You get more
Okay.
calls.
Hello. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Monco, how you doing?
Right here, comrade. What's on your
I
mind?
listened to that caller who just called. It is my view that most of the guns come through the container ports because they don't get checked.
Container ports are not checked?
If they own the container ports, the government doesn't own the container port. So if I own the container port, I can bring whatever I want bring to the container port.
Now, when you say the container port, where these container port is, because I'm a justice of the peace. Where?
Okay, listen to me. This is my way of thinking.
Oh, this
I
is
think
your
that
theory?
Most of the my theory.
Okay.
So I don't want you to take it as law and send no police after me.
Not after you. I will send them at the container port because You're the second Negro who has told me in 24 hours that that is where they suspect. And don't forget, Rupert Roberts, the owner of Super Value, had complained to me last year how they were smuggling guns.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think it comes on the containers that come through the container port.
But I want them to stop it now. Y'all stop bringing gun in this country because it's illegal.
Well, you know, guns is big money now. They more money than and less danger than cocaine and marijuana.
Well, I thank you for the information. I got plenty of people.
But that is what I call you for. I only said that because the caller before said that.
You have to talk fast because I got plenty of people.
I want you to say something to the other islands about your march.
Yes.
I don't want you to leave with the other islands. Nassau is not the Bahamas.
You are so correct.
I am in Freeport, and I want to know what we're going to be doing in Freeport tomorrow while the march is going on in Nassau.
Aren't you aware?
Nassau is not the Bahamas, Mr. Monta.
This is true. At the International Bazaar tonight, many citizens will gather there and sleep overnight.
Well, I want you to let people know that you're supporting that.
I support that,
from you.
and I want you to be my personal representative there. And call me and let me know what happens. Take good care. I got plenty of people on the phone. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, speak to me.
Monka?
Yes?
My mommy's a big fan of yours.
Really? And does she accept me as leader of the woman them?
Yeah, she's one of the women. Yes, ma'am, she's one of the women there.
But you tell her that her leader says she must be at Windsor Park by 4 p.m. tomorrow. And to bring all the children down. And the man down, okay? Take good care.
Okay.
You're wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the children down. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Man, the children them are so exciting. Hello? Anybody else? Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello, good afternoon, Senator.
Good afternoon, my brother.
How are you doing, sir?
Listen
to me.
Go ahead.
Before I even get to what I need to say, first off, I need to say, whatever Island Luck TV paying you an essay, they need to double it because you are the only reason this channel is relevant.
You think so?
Senator Monka, before you come on this show, them other ragtag, other people who think they are talk show hosts, they were irrelevant. You made this channel.
Wow.
Secondly, I want to say these constipated callers and these people you have calling you need to, look here. Tell them stop calling the show and that infidel you have on the guest you. I don't trust her. I don't trust her.
Ooh.
You asked her to be on the march, and she opened her mouth like the call to say, me, I ain't going to be on the march. You should not have an infidel on your show if she ain't marching with you. You need to have people who support you and stand with you. If they ain't support you, tell them
I didn't say yes or no, but this person, man, already done. So it's Friday.
It ain't Friday. If you don't stand with the man, how could you be on the show and he bringing you on the show and you ain't standing with him?
Carla,
you either with the women's leader or you against him.
Carla.
I'll take that L.
This is powerful.
I'll take that L.
But she's not an infidel, Carla. She's a beautiful damsel,
Infidel. Don't defend her. Because if she ain't coming to the march with Senator after all this hard work, she is not a part of the women's them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I thank you.
We'll accept your argument for now.
Maradona?
Yes, sir.
You okay?
You're fine.
It's Friday.
Listen.
I'm great.
Today's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday.
Amen.
You must come and march with me. Listen. I have decided that I'm going to encourage Wayne Monroe to run for chairman of the PLP. Why? Wayne believes in political action. Wayne is smart. You hear me? And Stanley Mitchell of Pinling PLP told me he loves Wayne's approach to the law. Common sense approach. And the party needs an attorney who is smart and sharp and a man who will carry out political action. Wayne Monroe, wherever you are, think about it. All right? I think you would be a wonderful chairman. I need somebody who's going to make me feel secure. It's like how Bradley Roberts is chairman. I feel secure. Now that Bradley is leaving, I feel insecure. I need a strong man who has a brilliant intellectual and legal understanding. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Yes.
Good day, Mr. Senator. How are you?
I am fine.
And your guest?
How you doing?
Hello.
Good, great.
That's good. That's good. I have a question. Mr. Minnis he was ousted by 7, right? And isn't one of those 7 now? He's sending to the one of those islands now.
Yes,
those places?
that is true. Yes.
He has a good heart, eh?
No, it has nothing to do with good heart. It has to do with political maneuvering.
Oh, that's what it is.
Because he was one of the 7, I shall not disclose the maneuvering. You see, don't forget, I was the Negro male who encouraged them from radio to fire Menace. And as we speak, I'm working on some other FNMs so that I could encourage them that if Menace doesn't fire Frankie, we'll pull a peaceful firing of Menace. Okay?
Wow.
It's powerful.
You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe.
Thank you, and I want you to be safe. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Are you there? Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
How are you?
I am right here.
Yes, sir. I am one of the...
Are you one of the women down?
Yes, sir.
Oh, praise the Lord.
To...
Go ahead, talk.
I am calling you to let you know.
Yes?
I am calling you for you to send a birthday request for going out to my mommy, Alice Louise Smith. She's celebrating her birthday. She is one of the women them, and that is coming in from all of her children who love her.
Alice. Say it again. Alice Louise.
Alice Louise Smith.
It's Alice?
Yes.
Alice Louise Smith. Listen.
Yes.
Blessed are the children who loves their mother, and blessed is the mother who work hard with the children, that the children know. She is wonderful. Happy birthday to you. And I yearn to see you on the march. Come join us. We'll put you on the back of a truck or in a car. But God bless you. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, how you doing, Mr. Munker?
I'm right here, comrade.
Congratulations with the show.
I thank you.
There's only so much topics you could cover every day.
This is true.
Right?
Yes.
But, you know, we the outside looking in.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The outside looking in. The spiritual advisor, if he's a spiritual advisor, he needs to spiritually give advice.
Yes.
Okay,
Not
yeah.
spiritual advice.
Yes.
Because everybody out here ain't spiritual. You know, this country we living in now, it done changed.
This is true.
Yeah.
And the young lady on the show, if she's not marching with you, she need to get off the show. All these facial expressions she's
Listen
giving.
to me. Give me your
we the
hands.
outside looking in. We can see
Tell
everything.
tell them you are convinced that you should march with the leader of the woman down.
She has
Honestly,
to march with
guys,
a show called
I would
Freedom
love
March.
to, but
if she's not about Freedom March, then she shouldn't march.
Go ahead.
And for the spiritual advisor, you
I
need
have
to stop
personal-
coming sideways to this young lady who's sitting
obligations
next to you.
tomorrow,
Everybody see you
sincerely.
cutting up.
I thank you for your
If you married,
comments.
you make sure you defend your wife.
We thank you for the
defend
comments.
your wife.
We thank
That's
you.
what you do, man. Because right now it's looking like whatever somebody say something to her, you always got something to say. Your face expression change.
I
You're
thank you.
outside looking in.
I thank you. I thank you.
So
I
you
thank
have to
you.
be very, very
I thank
professional on
you.
this show.
I thank you. Listen to me. My spiritual
Boy,
advisor.
he
why
sound
everybody
mad.
ganging me today?
He sound
Listen,
mad.
just relax. Because you're
Jesus
supposed to be
Lord.
matching.
Hey,
Anybody else?
don't hate the player, man. Hate the game, eh?
Anybody else? Because I have text to read. Anybody else? Okay, close the phone.
Yeah, I get a couple more texts.
Close the phone. No more phone. Read text.
Here we go. Mr. Monica, where we at?
Folks.
Right here.
Go ahead and read text.
Love your show, Mr. Monica.
I thank you.
That's one text. Mr. Monica, could you give Ella Russell a shout out, please?
Ella Russell.
Ella Russell.
If you're in Nassau, I expect to see you on the march, but I salute you. There are people who love you, Ella Russell. Go ahead.
Senator, come and hide at the Coppers Fest in beautiful Nicholstown, North Andros. We, the woman, then will take good care of you.
Listen, when is that happening?
It didn't say.
Okay, so I can't hide this weekend. I vote for Pakeisha Parker, and I will never vote for her again in my whole life. We want Jade Miller. Didn't I read this a little while ago? Who this is calling me on the phone? Right, put the camera on the spiritual advisor. Let me see who this is.
Read some more text.
Mr. Monica, it's nothing but a King George IV and a Black Village frying pan hiding from the F&M. Mr. Monica, can you give a shout out to all the fellows who frequent McDonald's in Oaksville, especially all the F&Ms like Jan Cartwright. Mr. Monica, your good friend will not make a good... oh, sorry. You told me not to read that, so I will not read that. Mr. Monica, give a shout out to Basia McIntosh. She celebrated her birthday a few weeks ago. She's one of the faithful women there. Basia McIntosh.
Basia McIntosh. Listen, happy birthday. And let me tell you, my favorite people are the McIntosh. Go ahead.
Here we go. Oh, that's it. No more text.
Good.
Mr. Monica.
Spiritual advisor, this is the weekend.
Of
I'm
course.
marching tomorrow. My Negro people is get themselves in a lot of problem over the weekend.
And I want to read something.
Speak to them, oh spiritual advisor.
Keep talking until I find out.
Mr. Monica, can you please wish my daughter, Tanisha, a happy birthday? She's a student in New York. Tanisha, happy birthday. I'm so proud to hear that your mom has identified you as a student in New York. Now, let me tell you something. While you are in New York, learn everything that the American people are teaching. Because America is a smart country. And no matter what upsets you, just relax and keep your eyes focused on your education. And make sure you return to the Bahamas to help build the country. Go ahead, spiritual advisor.
Mr. Monica, don't you think that Pakeisha Parker should fight for Bank of the Bahamas to remain open in 8 Mile Rock, or for an ATM to be placed in a constituency?
I
That's
agree.
interesting. That's interesting, Dax. Yes.
Pakeisha should, but understand what it is. But I won't say it because I have a confession. I like her. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm just going to read a passage.
I have a text that says that the container port is scanned every container that comes out. That's not true. Container port is scanned every container that comes out. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, it's the weekend, Mr. Monica. We want to encourage everybody to have a safe weekend.
Mhm.
I have a passage of scripture here that will help us. Hopefully there shouldn't be any murders if we follow this
Mr.
teaching.
Monica, we can't hear you in Freeport. What is happening with Cable Bahamas? I don't know. Cable Bahamas ain't safe. Let's see this one. How can the PM cry for Dominica and not for Grand Bahama? Well, you know what kind of man our Prime Minister is. Go ahead.
All right. The reading here is taken from Romans chapter 12, and I'm looking at verses 9 and following. Very powerful scripture. I often read it. It says this: love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless them and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the sight of everyone. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, "It is mine to avenge. I will repay," says the Lord. On the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. We can play time, Mr. Monica.
No. I love the scripture.
You're cutting the Lord's word off, man.
Yes, I am. We read the Lord's word. Folks, tomorrow
I can't tell you.
we will assemble at Windsor Park. Got to be there by 4 p.m. because it is a great camp meeting. Plus, we are marching along the streets. We have all the permission that we need. My spiritual advisor, this is the weekend.
Absolutely.
We have to tell our people that it is not good for the image of the country
To
for
continue
all this
the murders,
crime,
yes,
all
yes.
this murder.
Absolutely.
It's so important. And it is our hope and prayer that the Minister of National Security will be able to reduce the level of murders in the country. Hold up the flag. Hold up the flag, right? And so we are going to bid you folks farewell.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
And be safe. Don't hurt anybody.
Absolutely. Let's
Okay.
love one another.
We must love.
One another for love.
Go ahead.
Let us love one another. Let us all love one another, Mr. Monica. That's important.
Maradona, hold up the flag. You're not
Oh.
patriotic. Didn't I give him a flag?
Did you? Let's go.
Come, hold up your flag. Hold up your flag.
Wave your flag.
What is the problem here?
I'm a part of the human race, and so therefore I try to not make
Spiritual
anyone
advisor.
seem uncomfortable.
Est-ce que vous portez madame en dedans?
Yeah,
Lot-
Vous voulez parler
yeah,
créole aujourd'hui?
yeah.
Vous c'est haïtien.
M'gen un pile d'amis qui parlent créole.
Oh,
Ah!
oh.
You pas bon.
Oh, oh.
Okay?
Ou pas pareil.
Hello? Maradona
You parle créole.
also speak Haitian Creole. I attacked her a few minutes ago.
Belle femme, ça. Belle femme.
I try to.
Give me my flag. Go ahead, spiritual advice.
Have a good
Y'all got
weekend,
the
everybody.
jungle
God bless
playing.
you all. Be safe.
So Maradona, I don't care who you are. We're going after Frankie.
No, stand down. Stand down on
No,
Frankie,
no.
eh?
Leave Frankie, man.
Frankie
It's
is a Bahamian.
Friday.
No,
Frankie is a Bahamian.
no, no, no.
Frankie is as Bahamian as Kong Salad. Don't you forget it, eh?
Set the man up.
I can't take this.
You're going to cross me
He is as Bahamian as Kong Salad.
tomorrow.
Lord, y'all gonna lick me with
It's
this
match
flag.
tomorrow.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
It's Spencer
All the
Park.
best. Godspeed.
It's Spencer Park.
Until Monday,
4 p.m. tomorrow.
if it's the Lord's
We're
will.
going to match. We're going to match.
Y'all be safe this Friday.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.